Wednesday night volleyball moments away from PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. It's great to have you with us as always. Sean Hennessy here with you, and joined along my side is Willie McFarland, broadcasting to you live from San Francisco, California, on the campus of Sacred Heart Cathedral High School. It's the West Catholic Athletic League matchup of the week as the St. Ignatius Wildcats take on the rival Sacred Heart Cathedral Fighting Irish. It's great to have you with us, folks. Willie, we get a chance to see two fine volleyball squads face off here this evening. The last league home game of the year for Sacred Heart Cathedral, so it was nice to see the girls come out on the floor and get honored, especially the seniors here just a few moments ago.
Yeah, senior night here tonight, which is always fun, and got a nice big crowd and just a good atmosphere to play some volleyball tonight.
Great atmosphere. The crowd is starting to roll in. If you're tuning in right now, folks, welcome to the PlayOnSports.com pregame show. We're just over 9 minutes away from the first serve here tonight between St. Ignatius and Sacred Heart Cathedral. St. Ignatius comes into this matchup with an overall record of 3-12. Sacred Heart Cathedral on the flip side is 15-4. Now, Willie, I've got to ask you, because here we are right now taking a look at these two squads warming up, striking the ball, going over their offensive styles, their attacking formations. Sacred Heart Cathedral does have a slight height advantage. What can you see so far from both squads that's kind of grabbing your attention?
Well, the first thing that grabbed my attention was that both teams are boasting pretty large rosters, which tells me that there's quite a talent pool in both schools, and I've seen some good athletes warming up. It's kind of hard to say this early on, but I think it should be a good game. Just based on watching them warm up, looks like we got a nice competition on our hands.
Now, when you take a look at the starters for tonight's matchup, Sacred Heart Cathedral will have Amanda Lee. They'll have Ira Arce. They'll bring Sarah Plett, Madison Murtaugh. They'll bring in Neve O'Kane, Courtney Wong, and Caitlin Yoakum. Those will be the starters for the Fighting Irish. And for St. Ignatius, well, we had a chance to chat with head coach Adriana LeBaron, and she actually doesn't like to give out her starters, Willie, prior to the game. And the reason being is she likes to see how they're going to warm up. She wants to see them strike the ball, so she prefers to wait until the last second to find out who those starting girls are going to be for the matchup.
Yeah, and I've played a lot of volleyball in my career, and I've never seen a coach use this approach. It's interesting. It might work really good for their team. I always wanted to know whether I was going to get the nod or not before, so I could get kind of mentally prepared for the game. But she might just have the team where she needs to kind of keep them, I guess, guessing a little bit as to whether or not they're going to get the start. So we'll see how that plays out. I guess it's definitely an interesting strategy to start a game.
You're tuning in to the PlayOnSports.com pregame show. Just over 7 minutes away from the first serve between St. Ignatius and Sacred Heart Cathedral. We're broadcasting to you live from Sacred Heart Cathedral High School in San Francisco, California. Scheduled for a 6:30 first serve this evening, but the JV game went a little bit longer than anticipated, so we appreciate those of you that were waiting for the start of this game hanging in there, as we're just over 6 minutes away now from the first serve. St. Ignatius lost to Sacred Heart Cathedral in the 2011 Division III championship, 3-2. In 2010, they defeated Sacred Heart Cathedral for the Division III title. So when you take a look at these two teams, it's a rivalry, Willie. Whenever these two schools face off, be it volleyball, be it football, be it whatever, their schools are so close together in terms of the geographical location in San Francisco. That's what makes this such a highly touted matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember I played high school in San Diego at St. Augustine, and we had a rival Catholic school that we played year in, year out, and it was always the biggest draw. It was always the game in whichever sport, be it football, basketball, you name it, that we got most excited for. And so you can kind of feel that a little bit before this match starts, is that people, this is a rivalry, and, these girls are excited to play tonight.
Based upon the records, the Fighting Irish are the favorites in this particular matchup here this evening. After all, they swept through CCS Division III playoffs in 2011, and they were on their way to their 6th CCS title in 8 years. So Sacred Heart Cathedral and head coach Margie Bima know what they're doing here in San Francisco. Folks, that's going to wrap things up for the PlayOnSports.com pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the opening serve live for you right here from Sacred Heart Cathedral High School. You're tuning in to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PlayOnSports.com. We're your destination for high school sports. It's great to have you with us, as always. Sean Hennessy here, joined alongside me, Willie McFarland. We're broadcasting to you live from the campus of Sacred Heart Cathedral High School as the St. Ignatius Wildcats take on the Sacred Heart Cathedral Fightin' Irish. One heck of a volleyball matchup in store for you this evening, folks, as the Wildcats take on the Fightin' Irish. Willie, it's more than just a volleyball game. It's a rivalry. It's a big rivalry here in the city of San Francisco. Should be a good one here this evening. Yeah,
absolutely. Anytime you're talking about a rivalry, you're going to get a little extra fired up to play. So this, even though the records are kind of lopsided, I guess I'll say, still going to should see a good match here tonight.
The Fightin' Irish come into this matchup with a record of 15-4, and the Wildcats of St. Ignatius are 3-12 on the season. Important note here, it's the last regular home game, league home game on the year for Sacred Heart Cathedral, so a nice moment before the announcement of the starters where the seniors came out here and got to have their moment in the sun, so to speak, and the crowd gave them a standing O. Flowers were passed around. A great moment for the seniors of Sacred Heart Cathedral. Sacred Heart Cathedral on the right side of your screen wearing the white and green uniforms. On the left side is St. Ignatius wearing the red, white, and blue. It's set number 1 from Sacred Heart Cathedral. RC serves it away. In play now for the Wildcats. And that was a short tip over by Jimenez that goes out of bounds.
Good blocking up front from Sacred Heart there, and not really letting those tips find their way over the net.
So 1-0 for the Fightin' Irish. And how about that? Jimenez gets a chance to redeem herself, Willie, with a nice shot right there from midcourt.
Yeah, real good swing and nice and aggressive after the first play, kind of seeing 2 tips. She just kind of took a whack at it and nice kill.
Katie Hagan serves it away, and how about that? Sacred Heart Cathedral responds at the top of the net. Now they're up 2-1 here in set number 1.
That was really nice timing between Murtaugh and her setter.
Murtaugh, one of the tallest players out here on the court, standing in at 6'1". Gabby Ruvalcaba swings away on her service towards the near sideline, and she's able to get it in. The Fightin' Irish now lead this set number 1, 3-1. Ruvalcaba, second serve. It's a backcourt. Here comes the cut shot. No, it's back deep. And that one goes just out of bounds. Ira Arce put her hand up to indicate it was just outside. And so now it's a 4-1 lead for the Fightin' Irish.
And the sets on St. Ignatius' side are coming pretty far off the net, and that could be out of respect for Sacred Heart's block or just kind of an error in getting the right placement on the ball.
6-2 attacking style for the Fightin' Irish, as opposed to a 5-1 for St. Ignatius. Jimenez with a quick strike that tips the net, falls over, and the defense cannot recover for the Fightin' Irish. Give the point to St. Ignatius. They trail 4-2 here in set number 1. Jimenez serves it deep to the back line. Murtaugh slams it away.
Really aggressive swing from Murtaugh on a set that was not what she usually sees, which is a quick one. That was kind of a high ball, but still was aggressive with it. And you know, even though she might have gone out of bounds, she hit it so hard that the St. Ignatius couldn't make a decision quick enough.
Murtaugh at 6'1", didn't have to get that far off the ground for that vicious strike. And that one gets past Murtaugh as St. Ignatius delivers the favor. It's 5-3 Fightin' Irish. If you're just tuning in, we're broadcasting to you live from Sacred Heart Cathedral High School. It's St. Ignatius and Sacred Heart Cathedral. Right now, the Fightin' Irish with a 5-3 lead over the Wildcats here in set number 1. Here comes the setup for the Fightin' Irish. And a beautiful strike by Courtney Wong. On the near side, she went for that cut kill and drilled it.
Yeah, nice approach, coming outside in. And a good set, isolating her on the outside, just one-on-one. that's gonna go for the offense 90% of the time, one-on-one.
Dirigi with the service. Wildcats setting up their strike. Here it comes, out of bounds. Just too much strength right there from Kat Keeney. And that one goes out of bounds. Correction, Keene on the delivery. It's 7-3 in favor of Sacred Heart Cathedral. Keene with the second try. That one goes in and off the arm of the outstretched Ruvalcaba. The point will go over to St. Ignatius.
Really nice swing, nice high contact, actually going over the block of Sacred Heart. So if I'm setting for St. Ignatius, I want to keep her going.
Wildcats trail by 3, 7-4 in favor of the Fighting Irish. Murtaugh delivers. Wildcats maintain possession of the ball. They send it back over. Here comes a set from the backcourt. Strike away. And the Wildcats cannot recover as Kat Keene has the ball ricochet off her arm. The Fighting Irish get the point.
Now it's Courtney Wong again on that kill, and that set is deceivingly tough to hit, coming over her back shoulder, and you like to see that aggression early on.
Courtney Wong, beautiful jump serve, goes backcourt. Keene with the kill shot. Played beautifully by the Fighting Irish. And they kill it right back as Sarah Jones delivers and gets credit with the point.
Yeah, really tight, close to the net set, and Sarah Jones kind of just going up over the top, not able to really swing through it, but getting the job done nonetheless.
Wong with her second serve. 9-4 Fighting Irish. Ball still in play. No, now the official signal that it was touched by too many Fighting Irish players right there, so it will go over to St. Ignatius. They get the point. It's 9-5. Our official on the far side is Chris Lee. Our near side official is Claude Areola. Here's a kill try. That's Plett, Sarah Plett. Recovered by St. Ignatius, but blocked down. That's Caitlin Yoakum, the middle blocker, putting her hands up right there and delivering. We're in set number 1, 10-5, Sacred Heart Cathedral. And there's a beautiful kill try. How about Celeste Barker? Right-hand power right there at the net.
Yeah, perfect timing from Celeste and her setter, Katie Hagen as well. That's called the back one. Off, basically setting behind, Hagen setting behind her on a quick set. Really nice play there.
Garrison with the service. Fighting Irish return the favor. And that ball was just drilled as Madison Murtaugh. I tell you what, Murtaugh's one of those players, Willie, that right away you notice her at the front of the net because it seems like she's always where the ball is going to be. Yeah,
she's moving well out there and so far putting a lot of heat on her swing. So good sign for Sacred Heart early on here.
Dirigi will take a breather. Ira Arce serves it away. Hagen with the set. Shepard sends it over.
It's a back row violation on St. Ignatius.
The point will be credited to the Fighting Irish. They now lead 12-6 here in set number 1. A beautiful serve by Arce. It attacks just past that 10-foot line of St. Ignatius, and the back player could not get her arm stretched out in front. That goes down as an ace.
Yeah, it's a nice serve. She's got a lot of knuckle on that ball. And we saw it again there. It just kind of drops out at the tail end of it.
Sacred Heart Cathedral setting up. Ball blocked at the net. 50-50 try. Set back over towards the top side. Murtaugh overshoots it. A little too much power into that one. Point goes to St. Ignatius.
You know, it's not really a bad swing, though. Yeah, she hit it out of bounds, but she could have easily found hands there. And I'd rather take that type of swing than a tip, which we've seen a lot already from St. Ignatius, and they're getting dug up pretty easily.
Hagen serves it away. Arce sets it. And there's Murtaugh once again on the far side, attacking the middle court. She gets the point for the Fighting Irish.
That was a nice one-footed attack there. It's called a slide set. Kind of hard for the opposing middle blocker to track, and a nice kill there.
Ruvalcaba serves it away. St. Ignatius responds. 14-8 now in favor of Sacred Heart Cathedral. Jackie Jimenez over towards the service line. She sends it back court. Arce with the set, and that's blocked. At the top of the net, that's Megan Barron putting both hands up and sending it back.
Yeah, really nice block on a one-on-one play. That's a good way to get some momentum back on your side, especially in the hole they've got themselves into here.
For those of you tuning into this girls high school volleyball matchup, rally scoring rules here. So Jimenez second serve right there hits the net. Point goes to Sacred Heart Cathedral. It's 15-9 in favor of the Irish. And right before we can honor Murtaugh for her service moment, she sends it out of bounds. It's 15-10 in favor of Sacred Heart Cathedral. Barron lines up for her serve. Arce sets. And there's the strike by Courtney Wong. As it hits the net and rolls out of bounds, St. Ignatius will get credit for the point.
She tried to turn it cross body looking for hands there, but just good well set block by St. Ignatius.
15-11, Sacred Heart Cathedral. And that's Caitlin Yoakum right at mid-net, going strong and powerful, getting the point back over for Sacred Heart Cathedral. 16-11 in favor of the Fighting Irish.
Sacred Heart's been able to run the middle pretty well so far in this first set. Probably stick to it. Speaking of running the middle well,
Celeste Barker.
Celeste Barker's hit 2 balls. Her 2 sets that she's gotten have been, no one touched them for kills. If I'm St. Ignatius, I'm going to try to get her the ball as often as I can going forward.
Mary Shepard with the service. Dug out beautifully by Mary Shepard, who just served it away. She got that ball right between the 2 arms and was able to get it back up into play. There's a double touch right there for St. Ignatius.
Yeah, double contact. Got to be careful sending those free balls over. They're calling that tighter nowadays.
Each team with 6 seniors. Nice to see leadership for both squads at the senior level as the service hits the net. That's Courtney Wong. Score is 17-13 here in set number 1. Sacred Heart Cathedral leads St. Ignatius. Crosstown rivals here in the San Francisco area. Yoakum sends it over softly. And right there, that was a Jackie Jimenez, almost a swing and a miss. Willie, she was trying to get that ball arched up so she can get the proper amount of power on it, but she was falling backwards, so it just rolled off her fingertips.
Yeah, she just approached a little too soon, and the set was a little bit too far off the net. And after a missed serve and then a free ball right over to you, they didn't really get a chance to take advantage. That was kind of a crucial moment for St. Ignatius.
Soft send over by the Fighting Irish, and Amanda Lee, the libero, could not dig it up. Point goes to St. Ignatius, and since we're talking about the libero, Willie, why don't we give the folks at home the proper definition? Who is the libero? What do they do? Why are they on the court?
The libero is a defensive specialist, if you will, and they come in for the middle blockers who aren't really known for their defense. Before the invention of the libero, the coach was basically subbing every single time the middle blocker came to the back row, so they said, look, every team's doing this, every team's subbing them out every time. Why don't we just make a position so they can freely enter and exit the court and just kind of make it easier on everyone. So that's the libero.
And the libero will always wear a dark colored jersey or a solid colored jersey for their team playing in the back row. Rachel Garrison, the libero for St. Ignatius, and Amanda Lee for Sacred Heart Cathedral. 19-15 is our score in favor of the Fighting Irish. Ira Arce at the service line. Timeout called on the court. Each team with 2 timeouts in each set. That one called by the visitors, St. Ignatius. They have 1 remaining. 19-15 in favor of Sacred Heart Cathedral. You're tuning in to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Willie McFarland to my right. I'm Sean Hennessy, broadcasting to you live on the campus of Sacred Heart Cathedral High School here in San Francisco, California. Willie, I want to go back to something that you mentioned. Celeste Barker, she had 2 powerful kills early on in this first set. A little shocked to see that she's not getting the ball fed to her more often.
Well, she's 3 for 3, and that's pretty good. They're having a hard time handling the serves from Sacred Heart, and running the middle. Is all depends on the pass. So if they start passing better, maybe we'll see a little more at Barker.
RC jump serve sent deep back court. Blocked by Sacred Heart. But it looks like the kill try right there, the offensive attacker struck the net. So the point will go over to Sacred Heart Cathedral. 20-15, Fighting Irish. That's Jimenez, who once again has issues, Willie, trying to get that ball while elevating in midair. She's falling backwards, but she was able to send that ball deep to back court, just in front of the end line, and St. Ignatius gets the point. Yeah,
she's able to find the line, but kind of out of sync with her setter right now. She's coming in tight to the net, and the set's being delivered off the net. We'll see if they can adjust that moving forward.
Megan Barron blocking everything for the Wildcats at mid-net. Double touch right there. Credit goes to Sacred Heart Cathedral. 21-16, Fighting Irish. Gabby Ruvalcaba out on the court now for Sarah Plett as she catches a breather. Ruvalcaba will come in to serve. She sends it deep. Kill try, blocked away. That's Murtaugh with the block. RC setting it up. Here's Murtaugh. Soft tip over, it's in.
Nice play from Murtaugh. She'd been up until that point swinging hard at every ball she saw. Kind of gave the opposition a different look there and able to get the kill.
Really caught that back 3 off guard as she was able to just kiss it right over the net.
The Sacred Heart's played really well this first set, except for they've had 3 missed serves and kind of letting St. Ignatius hang around a little bit. See a lot different score had they made those.
Jimenez service. RC sets. Kill try. Far side cut shot is in. That's Neve O'Kane. Strong right-handed shot that falls in. It's 23-17 Fighting Irish. Wildcats burn a timeout now. That is their second timeout of the first set. They have no timeouts remaining here in set number 1. 23-17 is our score here at Sacred Heart Cathedral in favor of the Fighting Irish.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week. From your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
The Wildcats 3-12 on the season, 0-3 in league play. The Fighting Irish of Sacred Heart Cathedral 15-4 on the season, 2-1 in league play. And of course, the West Catholic Athletic League, one of the tougher divisions or leagues, if you will, in the San Francisco Bay Area for all sports, for that matter. And this will be the last home league game of the year for the Sacred Heart Cathedral Fighting Irish. They lead 23-17 here in set number 1. A beautiful strike from the near side. That's Casey Garrett coming down hard, and she delivers.
That was just a great run overall from St. Ignatius. Perfect pass. Katie Hagan delivering kind of a nifty set there to the right side, and then executing on the kill.
Megan Barron serves it away. RC sets it very close to the net, which actually forces Wong to just bump it over. Celeste Barker does the same thing, just kisses it right over mid-net, and St. Ignatius closes it to 23-19.
They're hanging around, but in rally score, this is a hard deficit to come back from. But hopefully they can carry some momentum going in game 2, or maybe, steal this game. We'll see.
Yoakum with a soft touch goes off a defender's fingertips. Sacred Heart Cathedral will get the point, and it's now set point here as they lead 24-19. The first 4 games at the high school level go to 25. The last one in a best-of-5 matchup at 15 points. Can the Fighting Irish deliver? A beautiful dig by Garrison. Hits the net, and Sacred Heart Cathedral takes set number 1, 25-19.
Yeah, pretty well played game from Sacred Heart. The only thing you can really say is a few missed serves in there, and overall they're serving really tough. For St. Ignatius, you got to kind of try to pass a little bit better, but they're facing some tough serves. But yeah, if I'm St. Ignatius, I want to try to get my passing game going a little bit and start feeding my middle blockers, who had a lot of actual success in that first game, including Celeste Barker going 4 for 4. So not all bad. They can definitely bounce back here. But yeah, you're gonna want to see some better passing, so they can run their offense a little, do a little more what they want to on offense for the rest of this match here.
St. Ignatius with a younger squad than in usual years. Last year, they went to the 2011 Girls Volleyball State Championship, so they competed in the state tournament. They lost to Vista del Lago 3-2 in that volleyball championship, but against Sacred Heart Cathedral, they've actually been defeated. Most recently, this is the first matchup of this year, but last year in the Division III championship, they lost 25-20, 27-25, and 25-14 in last year's matchup. So if you're St. Ignatius, there's a bit of concern right there, because you want to take care of your rivals, and where it first starts here, Willie, is definitely in the regular season play.
Yeah, absolutely, and getting eliminated in the playoffs might leave a sour taste in your mouth. So if anything, you want to get a game, and you want to win a game or two, and see if you can kind of figure out how you're going to approach them the next time you see them in the playoffs, maybe, or in league. But look, this thing's not over yet. They're only down 1, and anything can happen. You can lose the first game by 15 and still end up winning the match. So
oh yeah,
they're going to have to make some corrections, though, that's for sure. They're just going to have to pass better, but we'll see if they can adjust and make this second set a little more competitive.
High school girls volleyball, best-of-5 as mentioned. So if you're Sacred Heart Cathedral, you're up 1-0. You need 2 more to sweep here. But remember, it's a best-of-5. The first 4 games, you must reach that 25-point plateau in order to be victorious. If both teams are tied 2 sets apiece, it then goes into the 5th game, and then the point spread that you must hit is 15 points. So first to hit 15 wins, and you must win by 2, which is most important. So now both teams switch sides. Sacred Heart Cathedral will be on the left side of your screen, once again wearing the green and white uniforms. It's the last home league game of the year for Sacred Heart Cathedral. On the right side of your screen, the ladies from St. Ignatius High School, the Wildcats, wearing the red, white, and blue uniforms. They trail 1-0 early here at Sacred Heart Cathedral. As we get ready to bring you set number 2 live from PlayOnSports.com. Appreciate everyone tuning in here this Wednesday evening.
And sometimes when you win the first set, that it wasn't too bad of a score, but Sacred Heart kind of took care of business there. Sometimes you can let off, a little bit and get complacent, and that's something you really want to try not to do, obviously. So we'll see how they come out here. If you can see if they come out with high energy like they did in game 1, or if maybe they take their foot off the gas a little bit here.
Rachel Garrison, the libero, checks in for the Wildcats in backcourt. As the officials switch the players around. Caitlin Yoakum takes a seat as Amanda Lee checks in for the Fighting Irish. Katie Hagan at the service line to start set number 2. Wildcat service. Murtaugh.
Really nice run from Sacred Heart there. She got up. That's called hitting the ball at the apex. Almost no way to stop that. And great pass, great timing from the setter and Murtaugh.
Murtaugh at 6'1", just a sophomore. So it'll be impressive to see how she progresses through her high school career. Garrett sends it over. Goes off Amanda Lee's arm. Credit goes to St. Ignatius. We're tied at 1 here in set number 2.
That was a good swing from Garrett, kind of squeezing it through a pretty well set block. And that's what you want to see from your hitter. Stay aggressive, even if there's a good block up. Go ahead and take a whack at it.
Murtaugh just slaps it over with both feet on the ground in defense mechanism right there. Amanda Lee, nice dig. She sets it over. The defense was not ready. So how about that little bit of trickery as Amanda Lee just sets it right at mid-net. Point goes to the Fighting Irish.
You know, that's one of those kind of high risk, high reward plays. And, you know, as a player, I used to hate it when my setter did that because I wanted him to set me the ball. But when it goes down, you're kind of like, okay. If they dig it, on the other hand, you're going, hey, man, you know, feed me because that's not working.
That's my job,
but
right?
Yeah, but no, nice heads-up play there from RC.
Courtney Wong with the block on that last play. There's a lift committed by St. Ignatius.
And I couldn't tell if that was on the set or the attack because it's looking good to me.
It was along the near side, and it appeared that Katrina Samonti was the victim. Murtaugh with the service. Here comes the kill opportunity. That one dug out nicely by the Fighting Irish. Murtaugh just bumps it over. Dug out by Samonti. And it was struck by the libero way in that back court as Rachel Garrison could not get it over the net. It's now going to be 5-1 in favor of the Fighting Irish. Here in set number 2. Fighting Irish lead 1-0 over St. Ignatius. That one blocked along the near side. And it appeared that that was Katrina Samonti who went up for the block, Willie, but she actually hit the net. Point will go to the Fighting Irish at 6-1 in favor of Sacred Heart Cathedral. This is Murtaugh at the service line. St. Ignatius sending it right back. A beautiful block at net keeps it in play for the Wildcats as Schlosser tries to send it over, and she is successful. No, I beg your pardon, actually goes off the net and comes back into play. So the point will go to Sacred Heart Cathedral at 7-1 in favor of the Fighting Irish. They are pulling away here in set number 2. Ruvalcaba with the dig. Fighting Irish send it over. Wildcats return the favor deep to backcourt, but at the last second, Madison Murtaugh tried to bump it in play. It goes off her hands. The point will go to St. Ignatius.
Yeah, if you're St. Ignatius, this set's kind of slipping away here. It's moving fast. It's happening. What you want to try to do is slow this thing down a little bit. Take your time. Not necessarily use gamesmanship, but you want to slow this run. That Sacred Heart's using right now.
Kelty Horry in for Megan Barron. She gets credit on the serve. Kelty Horry gets the point for St. Ignatius. They now trail 7-3 here in set number 2.
That's just what you need to kind of get back into a game is an ace serve, see if they can get another one or a block.
Head coach Adriana LeBaron informing us she has a young team. And I mentioned 6 seniors on their squad as Sacred Heart Cathedral gets the point, but a young team in terms of girls playing with each other, a young team, because it's always nice to have a veteran squad, especially at the high school level. You have so many athletes, be it boys or girls, that play club volleyball, so they're used to playing with one another, and that's not what St. Ignatius has this year.
Yeah, you could see it. You can tell they have talent, but they're kind of committing some errors early on here. Great dig, though, by Horry. But, yeah, they just need to get some experience playing together, and they'll be fine.
Caitlin Yoakum with the kill. She slams it down. Sacred Heart Cathedral gets the point. They lead 9-3 here in set number 2. Dirigi sends it over. 50-50 ball as Celeste Barker tries to tap it away, but she touches the net.
And Dirigi's serve is really causing a lot of problems on the St. Ignatius side. Same as in set 1. She's got a tough floater, and they're going to try to ice her right now and see if they can get her to serve an easy one over or miss.
Head coach Adriana LeBaron of St. Ignatius burns her first timeout here in set number 2. The Wildcats have 1 timeout remaining. 10-3 is our score in favor of Sacred Heart Cathedral in set number 2.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Willie McFarland to my right, I'm Sean Hennessy. We're broadcasting to you live from San Francisco, California at Sacred Heart Cathedral High School. Packed house here this evening. It's the last home league game of the year for Sacred Heart Cathedral. And before the first service, the seniors were honored with a nice little ceremony at midcourt for all their hard work over the past 4 years. Fighting Irish 10, Wildcats 3 here in set number 2. Celeste Barker with a try, but that one goes just past the end line. Point will go to Sacred Heart Cathedral. A little too much power on that one.
Yeah, that was her first miss, but they got what they wanted. They got kind of an easy serve from Dirigi, made a good pass, ran a good play, and just unable to finish there.
Dirigi on fire right now with her serves. That one blocked at the net. Fighting Irish will set it up. Kill opportunity for Sarah Jones as the Wildcats respond at the net. They get the point right there, 11-4.
Yeah, that was Casey Garrett with the kill. She's been taking advantage of the opportunities she's gotten this match. Really swinging hard out there.
Sarah Jones with another try over along the near side. She goes strong right hand. Is able to have the ball ricochet off the defender's hands.
Yeah, that's called a tool shot. That's when you get a kill basically off the opposition's block. Don't ask me why they call it that.
Here's Courtney Wong, serves it away. Celeste Barker. Too much power once again as it goes out of bounds along the far side. She has the right approach, Willie. She has the right angle just right there. A little bit too much power as it goes past that far line.
Yeah, she's getting up pretty good, and sometimes that, even if you hit it out of bounds, sometimes it's actually the blocker that's causing you to do so, and it kind of is uncredited.
Katrina Samonti's kill dug out by the Fighting Irish. Crowd goes wild as they send it over. That one dug out by Madison Wong. Sent deep back court. Fighting Irish setting up. Here comes the try. Blocked at the net by Barker. 50-50 ball still alive. Amanda Lee sends it over safely. Samonti has it blocked back over. Longest rally of the night. Dug out once again. Fighting Irish deliver. Another great dig. That's Kelty Horry. But the Fighting Irish capitalize. My goodness, what a rally.
Yeah, great defense from both sides on that rally, and then ended up being the 50-50 ball, just kind of poking it down, but what a rally. At least
3 50-50 tries right there during that last volley. 14-4, 10-point lead here for Sacred Heart Cathedral. As Sarah Jones slams away, and she gets the point. It's 15-4 here in set number 2. Sacred Heart Cathedral leads. Courtney Wong serves it. That one blocked up front at mid-net.
St. Ignatius is going to need to think about a timeout here pretty soon. Kind of everything going for Sacred Heart right now.
Sarah Jones and Caitlin Yoakum get the assist on the block on that previous play. 16-4, Fighting Irish lead. That one hits the net as Sydney Slosser really tried to elevate herself because she was well past that 10-foot line in back court, but that one struck the net. Point goes to Sacred Heart Cathedral, 17-4 now.
Nice serve.
As Horry digs it up, sends it back over to Sacred Heart Cathedral. Lee bumps it. Derigi strikes it over. It goes back into Fighting Irish territory. Barker blocks it, but it goes behind her head. She can't recover, and the Fighting Irish get the point, 18-4, Sacred Heart Cathedral.
And St. Ignatius just having a hard time getting a ball down on Sacred Heart. They're digging everything, playing really good defense.
Samonti with a strong kill right there, goes off one of the fingertips of the Fighting Irish at the front of the net. And finally, we see St. Ignatius get a point here. They went, I want to say, at least 7, maybe 8 points right there without a strike back or a kill opportunity. So it's now 18-5.
Yeah, nice aggressive swing there from Samonti. And this is going to be a tough, if not impossible, game for them to win here. So what they've got to try to do is get some momentum going, moving into the third set. I should say, I'm still old school. I still call them games. But moving into the third set, they need to get some momentum. They need to get something going here.
Amanda Lee put some top spin on that serve. Barker with the kill try, dug out nicely by Derigi. Barker second time, nope, that's gonna be Keene. Lee digs it up. Fighting Irish respond as it goes off the hands of Katie Hagan.
And for me, really the story of, I guess this match, for sure, certainly this set is the defense of Sacred Heart. It's really been just outstanding so far in this match.
Hagan tips it over, but the Fighting Irish are there to recover it. And that one just passed way over the top side as Christina Layler could not get the ball in front of her. St. Ignatius will get credit for the point. They trailed 20-6 here in set number 2.
They went fast, too. It seemed like they're kind of getting overwhelmed a little bit. It's almost surprising that the score is that steep. It doesn't seem like they're playing that bad. They just can't get anything down on Sacred Heart.
This is Murtaugh. Murtaugh. So much power behind Madison Murtaugh's kill tries right there as both defenders went up for it. She was able to have the ball ricochet off their fingertips and go out of bounds. So the Fighting Irish get the point. They lead 21-6.
Yeah, Sacred Heart kind of firing on all cylinders right now. Playing well in every facet of the game.
And I think right now you're seeing St. Ignatius just getting a little bit sloppy. They couldn't get that ball properly bumped to the front of the net for the set opportunity, as Ira Arce with a very nice jump serve gives Sacred Heart Cathedral a 22-6 lead as the Wildcats burn their second timeout here in set number 2. You're tuning in to PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Head coach Adriana LeBaron down on one knee right now in the middle of that circle huddle for St. Ignatius right now, trying to get her girls motivated, trying to get them back into this volleyball game. Willie, they trail 22-6 right now. They're down 1-0 here in set number 2, and it's about to be 2-0 in terms of the advantage for Sacred Heart Cathedral. What do they have to do differently here to come back in this particular matchup?
They've got to pass these serves better. They've got some really great servers over there on Sacred Heart, but that's number one, and then they've got to stay aggressive. Like right there. They've got to just kind of stick to their game and also try to cut down on errors. They've kind of made a lot of errors this set, so we'll see. They got to come up with something quick if they want to win this match.
Kat Keene gets credit for the point. As Mary Shepard takes a seat, Catherine Lynch will replace her on the court for the Wildcats. Murtaugh, what a shot, what a kill.
Murtaugh's unstoppable right now. Really feeling it in really perfect sync with her setters.
Just a sophomore, Madison Murtaugh, commanding that net. Really putting a lot of pressure on that Wildcat backcourt. 23-7, Sacred Heart Cathedral here in set number 2. Ruvalcaba with the jump serve. Sent back over into Fighting Irish territory. Murtaugh Sends it deep back court, nobody home. A beautiful kill right there.
Yeah, and St. Ignatius had a really nice pass, and they were able to get a hard swing, and it's just this defense from Sacred Heart is just everywhere right now.
Set point for the Fighting Irish. As that one goes out of bounds, Megan Barron tried to soft touch it over the net, and the Fighting Irish will take set number 2, 25-7. So 2 sets in the books here, Willie, as Sacred Heart Cathedral is up 2-0. They'll switch sides now, going over towards the right side of your screen. And I think what we saw from St. Ignatius, the girls were getting a little bit tired. We saw some sloppy passes, especially from the back court up to the front net. If they're going to try to get back into this particular matchup against their rivals, their crosstown rivals, Sacred Heart Cathedral, they're really going to have to clean up their game.
Yeah, and not only that, they're going to have to take advantage of opportunities to get. I remember early in that set, they had a couple free balls, and they couldn't execute. Normally, what you'd like is if you get a free ball to be able to put it down about 90-95% of the time. That's really how it should be. Maybe slightly less in the women's game, but they've got to take advantage of opportunities. They've got to stay aggressive, and then they've got to try to come up with an answer for Murtaugh. If there is one, I would say it's serving tougher. Right now, Sacred Heart kind of passing everything with ease and then able to run whatever they want offensively. So St. Ignatius got to play better all around. It starts with the serve. Serve aggressively, cut down on errors, and take advantage of opportunities that you get.
Head coach Margie Bima, so proud of this volleyball team. She's really well known here in the San Francisco area in terms of girls volleyball coaches, well respected. And if you take a look at their website, one of the key things that they talk about is how they swept through CCS Division III playoffs in 2011. And they basically captured their 6th CCS title in 8 years. Really, in order to do that, you have to have a squad that's determined. You have to have a group of girls and or boys, depending on which volleyball team is out there on the court, but you have to have a group that's committed to excellence. We'll use that old Oakland Raiders ideology, but you have to have a group that's willing to win and willing to compete not only at the section level, but at the state level each and every year, and that's what Sacred Heart Cathedral has. Yeah,
and it's also kind of in establishing kind of dominance like that. It starts at the lower levels, whether that's a freshman team or JV. They're getting the proper coaching and coming up, and so you've got a nice talent pool on varsity. But yeah, definitely not an easy thing to do, and quite a run for Sacred Heart.
Getting ready to start set number 3 here at Sacred Heart Cathedral High School. The Fighting Irish lead the Wildcats 2-0. If they can win this 3rd set, they will sweep tonight's matchup and advance to 16-4 on the season, and this is a league matchup in the West Catholic Athletic League, so they would move to 3-1 on the year. And if the score would stand, as Sacred Heart Cathedral's on their way to sweeping, it appears, St. Ignatius would fall to 3-13 and 0-4 in league play. As both teams switch sides now, the Wildcats on the left side wearing the red, white, and blue uniforms. On the right side, Sacred Heart Cathedral in the green and white uniforms. Ira Arce. Will line up to serve the ball for Sacred Heart Cathedral. The officials taking note of the athletes out on the floor, and a substitution as we see Rachel Garrison head on to the court, the libero for the Wildcats. As we get ready to start set number 3. Arce will serve. Celeste Barker, no, this is gonna be Jimenez. Blocked nicely by the Fighting Irish. Returned, that's Sarah Plett. Celeste Barker blocked again. Far side try, out of bounds. Too much on it as Jackie Jimenez cannot get that ball to tippy-toe that far line. Point goes to Sacred Heart Cathedral.
Yeah, and that can be frustrating on offense if you're St. Ignatius kind of throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them. They're able to dig everything up, and then you finally go for something else, and it's out of bounds. Really frustrating.
There you go. See Celeste Barker attack the net nicely. It was a low serve, a low set rather, not a lot behind it, and she's able to get that ball and ricochet off 2 defenders.
Yeah, stayed composed and made the smart swing.
Tied at 1 here in set number 3. Fighting Irish lead 2-0 as Madison Murtaugh slams it down. Ricochets off the blockers, 2-1 Fighting Irish.
Really sharp angle on that hit. So Murtaugh's got all the shots.
She's one of the points leaders here tonight for the Fighting Irish as Ruvalcaba sends that serve deep. Amanda Lee digs it. RC sets it. That one's dug up nicely by St. Ignatius. Here's a kill try. Jackie Jimenez blocked. Fighting Irish return the favor, but it's too far as Courtney Wong sends it out of bounds.
Yeah, there's some defense on the St. Ignatius side. So hanging in here early. We'll see if they can kind of build off this.
And that's what Coach LeBaron said. They're a defense-led team. They lead first with their defensive style. And so far here in set number 3, they've maintained a close matchup as we're tied at 2. Wong sends it far, dug up nicely. Here's an opportunity for the Wildcats. That's Amanda Lee digging it up. Wong sends it back deep. As Kat Keene sends it over for the Wildcats. And Murtaugh has it ricochet off a blocker. Point goes to Sacred Heart Cathedral.
Amanda Lee made numerous digs on that rally and made a great pass to start it. And if I'm St. Ignatius, I really don't want to serve her anymore because she's passing really well this match.
Murtaugh serves it away. Fighting Irish lead 3-2 here in set number 3. As Ruvalcaba just sends it over in defense mode. That's Catherine Lynch, tips it over. But back on the Fighting Irish side, Neve O'Kane playing the net nicely, just taps it right back over. It's 4-2 Fighting Irish.
Again, the defense from Sacred Heart playing a huge factor here.
As Kat Keene catches the defense off guard, and she just does a cut shot, a very nice low power cut shot that falls inside, and the Wildcats trail by 1 now, 4-3 here in set number 2 in favor of Sacred Heart Cathedral.
There's another serve to Amanda Lee. They got to serve tougher if they want to stay in this game.
Neve O'Kane with another great strike as she will head towards the bench to take a breather. Abby Santamaria checks in her spot. Santamaria will head over towards the service line, 5-3. Sacred Heart Cathedral here in set number 3. Fighting Irish lead 2-0. Right there, Rachel Garrison, the libero, just sets that ball over. And she was actually out of place. She couldn't get back to the back court area as the Fighting Irish just returned the ball deep to that end line. They get credit for the point. It's 6-3 now.
This is kind of when they ran away with it last time, did Sacred Heart. So big chance to side out here for St. Ignatius.
Kat Keene with a strong kill try that is sent back in her direction. St. Ignatius gets the point. It's 6-4. As Mary Shepard will check in to serve the ball away, as Catherine Lynch will take a quick breather. Amanda Lee bumps it, being set by Santamaria.
It's another perfect pass from Lee, and they keep serving her, which is really an interesting strategy. Usually, if not always, the libero is the best passer on the team, and with the exception of that pass right there, she's been passing really well.
Keene has it deflected by Yoakum. Wong with the soft touch over. Keene again. How about Amanda Lee digging that one up? The ball's still alive. Blocked at mid-net. Keene sends it deep. Lee recovers. Here's Wong with another try. Keene with her third try in this volley. And the kill is good. It finally happened as Sarah Jones delivers.
And that was just too many say shots from St. Ignatius as opposed to hits. And we can see where aggression kind of won the rally. Tips are good if you kind of lure the defense into it. But if you tip too often, it becomes predictable and becomes a free ball for the other team. And there you can see the advantage of going up and getting after it.
Kat Keene sends it deep, goes off Courtney Wong's arms. It's 7-6. St. Ignatius hanging in there here in set number 3. They trail by 1 as Sydney Schlosser heads to the service line. Lee bumps it, setting up the offensive strike. That was Plett with the kill try, and St. Ignatius sends it right back over that Shepherd. Dug up nicely by the Wildcats. They're going to try to return it. That's Jimenez. Has it blocked. Second try. Blocked again. That's Caitlin Yoakum. Caitlin Yoakum having a great night at mid-net. Just a sophomore as well, standing in at 6'1". It's going to be nice to see what her and Madison Murtaugh are able to do as they progress towards their senior career.
Oh, absolutely. The middles have been a really huge strength on this team in this match, and surprising that they're only sophomores. They should be quite a force by the time they're seniors.
Garrison just sets it over in defense. That one, just so much power from Sarah Jones.
Nice swing by Sarah Jones. Just aggressive the whole time. That's what I like to see.
As Amanda Lee heads to the service line for the Fightin' Irish. Fightin' Irish lead 9-6 here in set number 3. Jimenez strikes it away, and it goes off the blocker's hands. That was Madison Murtaugh along the top side right there. Jimenez with a beautiful strike. Cuts it within 2, 9-7. Sacred Heart Cathedral. Megan Barron at the service line.
And it seems like their strategy is actually to go to Amanda Lee, which is kind of puzzling. Maybe I don't know. She's passing really well. So kind of an interesting approach on St. Ignatius' side. Could be that the outside hitters are even better passers, but yeah, kind of a interesting strategy here.
RC serves it away, 10-7, Sacred Heart Cathedral. Jimenez, kill blocked, second try, and sends that one just too far. It goes about a foot past that in line of Sacred Heart Cathedral. Fightin' Irish get the point, 11-7.
They always seem to have trouble on RC's serve. This is a chance for Sacred Heart to pull away.
Celeste Barker drills it, and that's exactly what St. Ignatius needed. They really can't afford at this point in the match to go down more than, say, 3 to 4 points as they now trail 11-8 because they're down 2-0.
Yeah, they definitely have to keep it close and hang around. They know what kind of firepower they're up against. And if they allow a run from Sacred Heart, they're going to be in deep trouble.
Wong didn't have a nice angle on that one as she sends it into the net. Point goes to St. Ignatius. Score is now 11-9.
So they win away from Amanda Lee.
Katie Hagan serves it away. A beautiful dig in that backcourt by Rachel Garrison. As that ball is tipped at the net, Sacred Heart Cathedral wins the battle.
Murtaugh staying aggressive, but yeah, it's just confusing. As soon as they go away from Lee, they win a point, and then they go right back to her. It's a big part of the game, serving, and definitely don't want to serve the team's best passers. I probably shouldn't harp on it too much, but certainly always taught to avoid serving the libero.
Keene in for Schlosser for the Wildcats. They trail 12-10 in set number 3. Sacred Heart Cathedral trying to close it out. Get a nice 3-game sweep, or a 3-set sweep, I should say. Caitlin Wong, or Courtney Wong, I beg your pardon, doing a nice job catching that defense off guard along the near side.
And she was able to get that one down because she'd been swinging so hard up until that point. Defense kind of playing deep on her. So she's able to get that tip fall.
And really, from a volleyball player's perspective, when you have a player like Wong who's been really stepping up and striking that ball hard, does it catch you off guard as a defender? I mean, does it almost put you on the back of your heels when you see her lining up and all of a sudden she just kisses that ball in the net? How frustrating is that?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to do it that way if you want to have it fall. Otherwise, you're basically just giving the other team a free ball. It's easy to dig. So, yeah, you kind of got to push him back by staying aggressive, and then you can kind of get the tricky stuff in there.
Madison Murtaugh at the service line, 15-10, Sacred Heart Cathedral. Garrison digs it. Barker with a lob toss over. And you see the float try by Neve O'Kane along the far side of your screen. She gets credit for the point. It falls inbounds. 16-10, Fighting Irish.
So this is a crucial moment here. Obviously, they're already kind of falling down here pretty far, but they definitely have to side out here if they want to stay in this.
Garrison has that ball ricochet off her arm awkwardly, and now they'll be forced to just send it over. It'll be a nice try for the Fighting Irish. Wong has that one deflect off her fingers, and they're still able to get the point right there. It looked as if St. Ignatius just wasn't set properly on defense.
Well, that was actually nice. That was a nice roll shot from Wong. It's kind of like a tip, but gets a little extra depth on it. And so that's another advantage of her staying aggressive early in the match. She's able to get the roll shot to fall.
Yoakum wins the 50-50 battle. It's 18-10. Sacred Heart Cathedral, they are starting to pull away.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a timeout yet.
Barker's try. Blocked nicely at the net. Wong will just slap it over. And right there, the whole entire time, once again, is Caitlin Yoakum. Actually, Barker went up to mid-net and tried to kill it, but before she could even get an opportunity, Yoakum was right there just to almost do a rebound give back, if you will, with 2 fingers.
Yeah, that's what they're teaching nowadays when you get an overpass. That's a ball that kind of just falls in your lap like that. And, it is effective to kind of tap it like that. But when I used to play, I always used to say, hey, you don't get those opportunities very much. Go up and smash it. But it's funny now that that's kind of how they're having kids do it, is just to kind of deflect it away. But for me, if I ever got the chance, I always like to go up and hit as hard as I can. Of course, sometimes you get in the net, make mistakes, hit it out of bounds. But that's the fun part about volleyball, is going up there and swinging hard. But, no, I mean, that's the old veteran in me. I mean, it's obviously more effective to kind of deflect it like that. So, really nice play there. But, yeah, sometimes I just can't help myself if I see a ball sitting there like that. I just want to go up and hit it hard.
As does everybody when you get that open try.
Yeah.
And, folks, stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. That'll be following this matchup. Willie and I will also have a player of the game interview.
The defense is unbelievable from Sacred Heart.
Wildcats send it over. Murtaugh bumps it. Back over to St. Ignatius.
Got to take advantage.
Keene tips it inwards, and it goes off Murtaugh's hand. Point goes to St. Ignatius. Nice play.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, taking advantage when they got the opportunity on a free ball. So Sacred Heart forced to just bump it over, and then St. Ignatius able to execute and get the point.
This is Garrison. Arce sets. Wong. Blocked nicely at the net. Yoakum tried to get her hand on it. She actually hit the net in the approach, so the point will go over to St. Ignatius. They trail 19-12 here in set number 3. Yoakum with a strong delivery. Dug out nicely by Ruvalcaba.
And that's a tough one. It is technically a free ball, but it was really well placed right in the center of the court, which is usually where you see those kind of soft ones fall. But St. Ignatius is kind of playing well right now, playing some scrappy defense on that rally.
Abby Santa Maria serves it away. Keene on the far side. Sends it to Wong. Wong delivers. And now the Wildcats will set up. That's Lynch. Goes off the right hand of Sarah Jones and up off the ceiling. Point goes to St. Ignatius.
Those are points that earlier in the match we saw Sacred Heart seem to come up with almost every single time. So maybe the ball kind of bouncing St. Ignatius' way here a little bit.
Santa Maria sets. Yoakum's try is good. It goes off the blocker as Caitlin Yoakum gets the point. It's now 21-13 Fighting Irish. As we see Gabby Rubalcaba take a quick substitution. In replacing her is Sarah Plett. Wong at the service line. Kat Keene. That one actually was going to go out of bounds, and Wong mistakenly put her hand up.
Well, she might have seen a touch at the front row. So she sees that, you know, she's going to have to try for it. Otherwise, it'll be a touch and then out of bounds on Sacred Heart. But yeah, maybe a mistake there.
It's almost your first reaction when you see it tip like
exactly.
that. 21-14 Sacred Heart Cathedral. Katrina Samonti puts a lot of power behind that one. It's deflected, so she will get credit for the point. St. Ignatius trails now 21-15 here in set number 3. Fighting Irish trying to close it out.
They're going to have to get a couple here if they want to make this thing interesting.
Sarah Jones dug out beautifully in that backcourt by Mary Shepard. Jones again, second try. Goes off Garrison's hands and nobody home behind her.
That's a really nice swing from Jones. It's a tough ball to hit coming over your back shoulder. So really hard to time, as opposed to normally you're seeing it come at you a little bit. That one's coming from behind you. Nice swing.
That ball deflected off of Murtaugh's hands as Sarah Jones strikes away, but she hits the net. Point goes to St. Ignatius. It's 22-16. St. Ignatius trying to stay alive. Here at Sacred Heart Cathedral High School, they trail 2-0. They're trying to avoid that sweep. Megan Barron sends it over. And there's another beautiful kill opportunity executed beautifully by Sarah Plett along that near side. Strong finish.
Perfect pass, perfect set, and then a hard swing. That was just really nice volleyball from Sacred Heart.
So here's the best server from Sacred Heart Cathedral tonight, Ira Arce. As Celeste Barker catches the libero Amanda Lee off guard as Lee tried to dive over towards the far side, couldn't get her arm extended enough, so St. Ignatius will get the point. It's 23-17, Sacred Heart Cathedral here in set number 3. Sacred Heart Cathedral 2 points away from sweeping. Murtaugh blocked. Give credit on the assist as Lynch and Barker both came up and blocked that kill opportunity.
That was a big block, and that's what you need if you're going to try and make a comeback, is those points on defense like that.
St. Ignatius cuts it to 5, but before they get an opportunity to set it up, Sarah Plett delivers big number 7 along that far side. She strikes it hard, and that forces the Wildcats to burn a timeout here in set number 3, as it could be match point for Sacred Heart Cathedral when we come back. 24-18 in favor of the Fighting Irish.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
And folks, we'd like to remind you to stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. We'll recap all of tonight's volleyball action, and we'll also have a live player of the game interview coming up immediately following the broadcast. Willie McFarland and myself will select a player of the game, and I, Sean Hennessy, will have a live interview with that player immediately following this volleyball matchup here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. 24-18 as Ruvalcaba sends it deep for a match point try. RC saves it, Murtaugh sends it over. Back in the hands of the Fighting Irish. A lot of action at the net. Point goes to St. Ignatius.
I think they had a net violation, I'm not sure. Anyways, St. Ignatius had a nice play dialed up after that timeout and able to get the point there.
Kelty Horry will try to keep her team in this matchup as she serves the ball away. Fighting Irish just need 1 point to capture the victory. And that one falls down just a little bit too late as Amanda Lee came rushing in. St. Ignatius crawling back in this matchup. They've cut the lead to 4. It's 24-20, Fighting Irish.
They need to get at least 4 more serves. Keep this thing going.
RC will set it up. And that should do it. As Madison Wong strikes at mid-net, and Sacred Heart Cathedral captures their 3rd straight set, and they win tonight's volleyball matchup over St. Ignatius 3-0. Folks, stick around. Willie McFarland and myself are going to take a quick breather. When we come back, I'll announce our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, and we'll have a live interview coming up with that player shortly. Sacred Heart Cathedral defeats St. Ignatius 3-0 here at Sacred Heart Cathedral High School. You're tuning into PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Welcome back, folks, to PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. Willie McFarland to my right. I'm Sean Hennessy. We're proud to announce that Courtney Wong is our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, the outside hitter for Sacred Heart Cathedral. Willie really had a phenomenal night. She was getting a lot of kills. She was at the ball at the right time, and she set the tone for that attacking offense of the Fighting Irish. Yeah,
she played well, came out aggressive, swung hard cross court, swung hard line, and then later in the match able to mix in some shots and get kills off tips and roll shots. So really nice offensive game from Wong overall. And not to mention on senior night, she came through big time. So Courtney Wong, the senior of the Sacred Heart Cathedral Fighting Irish, is our player of the game. When we come back, I'll have a live interview with Courtney Wong coming up shortly right here on PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com, folks. PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Our player of the game, Courtney Wong of Sacred Heart Cathedral, as the Fighting Irish knock off St. Ignatius 3-0. Courtney, such a big night here tonight, be it being senior night for Sacred Heart Cathedral seniors. You have the full house, the parents on hand, balloons everywhere. They had a nice little ceremony before the match started. What does it mean to you as a senior to basically come here tonight, pick up the victory against a rival, an in-town rival? What does it mean to you being a senior?
It means a lot, and we owe it all to our supporters. Yeah, I mean, we're really excited about this season. So
now, how do you girls prep for St. Ignatius? Because I know there's a bit of a rivalry, being two San Francisco schools, and really in all sports, not just volleyball, but in football. It's a nice rivalry to talk about in the San Francisco Bay Area. How does your volleyball team prep for your rival?
we just practice hard every day, preparing for each match, and yeah.
Now, how about tonight? What was the offensive strategy? Because we saw you as the outside hitter. You were just dominating at the net. You had some excellent kill opportunities. What was your strategy tonight? What did you see out there on the court?
I just saw like they were always, like spread out, so I tried to bring it in.
And you can hear your fans rooting for you here at Sacred Heart Cathedral. No, it's
Yeah.
definitely, it's a special moment. You got the fans behind you. You guys capture the victory, so you now move to 3-1 in league. You move to 16-4 overall. But the ultimate goal has to be getting to the section tournament, has to be getting to the state tournament. So how does Coach Margie Bima get you girls prepped each and every year to get to that high level?
She just leads really hard practices and prepares us for each match. And we take each match in, and well, we don't take each team for granted. We just play hard each match, and she really helps us prepare for that.
Well, you guys are really well prepared tonight as you were able to knock off St. Ignatius 3-0. Courtney Wong, congratulations.
Thank you.
Our PlayOnSports.com player of the game. Folks, that's going to wrap things up here from Sacred Heart Cathedral High School. Final score, Sacred Heart Cathedral defeats St. Ignatius 3-0. We'll catch you next week right here on your home, your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Bye-bye.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3, beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.